Hey, Raza, this is David Lee Rodriguez, and you're in the mix with DJ JR.
What's up, homie?
Finally, finally got it
Hey,
going.
hey, I got a little word, carnal. Right now, remember I told you that funny issue? I was trying to click
Yep.
it, and it said, you can't bring him in. I said, oh, hell. No, but it's all good. So, well, check it out, Raza. Everybody that's watching, I want to welcome everybody to the show, to my Tejano show. Thank you for joining in. La raza que está mirando, todos desde México y todos la familia and everybody checking out aquí with Mr. David Lee Rodriguez.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
Bien,
How's
bien, bien.
Houston? How's Houston?
Oh, ahorita, believe it or not, man, H-Town, I don't know how it is everywhere, but man, it's crazy. It gets hot. It's cold. Right now it's hot. It's crazy hot right now, man.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Beautiful weather. You can't,
And where you from, brother? Aquí in
over from Hereford, Texas.
What is it? Harper?
Hereford.
Oh,
Hereford.
Hereford. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
con la vaca.
Oh, okay. And how's the weather para allá, carnal?
Well, right now I'm. They say it's cold and beautiful, but right now I'm stationed out over in a little reservation in New Mexico.
Okay.
So I'm nursing there right now.
Oh,
So
okay.
got a little contract, but but I'm from Hereford, but I'm working out of state right now. So
Oh, órale. Okay,
yes,
cool,
sir.
cool.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, all right, carnal. So, like I said, let's go ahead and let the raza know a little bit about David Lee Rodriguez. So as far as music, carnal, how far does it go back when you started with the music? How did it all start?
Ooh, oh man, you're going back many years.
Ah,
No,
hombre.
I started with my dad back when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
He had an orquesta band back then, and me and my brother were doing the Iron Maiden Rush, Rush thing.
Wow.
We wanted to be metal stars, right?
Órale.
Yes, my dad went down to the basement one time and was listening to us, and he said, "Hey, son, we need a bass player."
Mhm.
I was like, well, Dad, here I am. I had my greños were long, man. I was a heavy metal guy, and I was like, well,
Órale.
Dad, that's for old people. I don't want to play Tejano music. And he goes, well, it pays a little bit of money, and at that point, I thought, okay, tell me where to begin.
Oh, órale.
So,
And you were
so
12 years old, right?
I was 12. I was 12 years
12,
old.
okay.
Yes, from that point on, I mean, he said, here's our music, here's the cover tunes that we do, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
And from then on, I got hooked. I dove into it and I got completely hooked. We're doing like, of course, Little Joe, Latin Breed, Royal Gestures, we're doing
Wow.
stuff like that. So
Okay.
I dove into it hard, and wow, what a challenge, because from playing, Run to the Hills from Iron Maiden, to playing the Latin Breed stuff, it was like, wow. But yeah, so I got started from there. And then after that band, we made another band called Algo Simple, and that band got signed. We were going to get signed to SAS with Gilbert Velasquez, and then right when we were about to get signed, that's whenever the label fell apart. So
Wow.
Gilbert continued recording us, and we recorded the CD independently, and it did pretty well. And then
Yeah. Well, that's
we got
an awesome album. Like the whole album jams. I have that album.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah, I have it.
And that's cool, man. And then
Yeah. Hey, I'm a big time collector, so I have that album.
cool, man. And then hey, Rick, what's going on, Rick Balamera? He
Oh,
says saludos. And he's a
yeah.
good musician, good guy, man. So wanted to say
Yeah,
hello to him.
awesome dude right there también.
What an honor that he's watching.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, watching him in
Yes.
Fenway this year was awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
And then from there we went with Hacienda Records, the old Hacienda Records with Algo Simple, and then we kind of did a little hiatus there for a good 10 years, man. Me and my ex-wife moved to Nashville. We're working with some country musicians there,
Okay.
and then we moved back to the area, and wanted to get back into the onda, but we didn't
Okay.
quite. We're just kind of tinkering with different bands. I played with Ernestine Romero, the late Ernestine Romero. That's
Oh
from New
yeah.
Mexico. I was her band
Awesome.
leader for about 6 years,
Wow.
and then from that point, I came back to Texas, and Gilbert got a hold of me, Gilbert Velasquez, and said that one of the songs that we recorded back in '93 was starting to hit in the internet.
Okay.
What the heck? And then he said, let's follow it up. We gotta follow it up. And I thought, well, I don't know, I want to, but it was a little bit, it was difficult, with the band members, seeing if I can get my band back together. And
Yeah.
he said, let's just give it a try, man. So then we recorded 4 songs, and one of them was a single, the Hasta Mañana, the one that you just played.
Mm-hmm.
And it was doing well. So Gilbert said, hey, Jorge from B&B, and we want to sign you. Oh man, what a dream come true, man.
I know.
So then so I got signed on to B&B, and we released the CD, and it got a Latin Grammy nomination, man. Wow, what a feeling to have your debut CD, nominated for Latin Grammy, man. I was like,
awesome.
So
I bet you feel super excited, huh? Like crazy.
Man,
huh?
I still feel like it just happened. It's exciting, man. And from there, it's been rolling. We're trying to get the ball. When COVID hit, it put a stop to everything.
Oh man,
And
tore up everybody.
It did, and just as we were getting going, man, COVID hit, and it put a big stump on the band.
Mm-hmm.
And it's luckily, the guys that have in the band have stuck with me throughout the whole time. Even though it feels like we're starting over again.
Yeah, well, you lost a lot of time. It's slow, and so on, right?
We lost a lot of time, man. But thankfully, the band that I have, they're phenomenal musicians, and they're good friends. They're familia.
Really?
And they stuck it out. And the fans of también, they've stuck it out with me through this whole time too. Singles that are out, and the flames starting to shoot up again, So we're excited about this all, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome coming out. And a question about your album, the Algo Simple. I mean, from that group, did you stay in touch with them? Like none of them are in the band at all, right? None of them at all.
No, actually, the drummer is.
The drummer's in the band, and this okay.
And then the guitar player, which is Jesse Moya, we go back to the La Herencia days that we started with my dad's band back when I was 12. I think he was 14, and.
Wow.
So, with him, he took off with La Diferencia, Texas Latino, Stampede, Rodeo, Joe Posada. He even played with Latin Breed and all the heavy duty stuff. Man,
damn.
He was in Algo Simple for a little while. También.
Damn.
And and then now he's with me back in this band. So, I feel like we're the 3 that started off in the very beginning, me, my brother, and Jesse, we're back together in this band. And so it's an awesome feeling, man. It's like, whenever we got back together to make the Cuatro Once, this band, it's like we just opened the doors to what we did before. And nothing was missed. It felt great, and it still feels great, man. So,
awesome, brother. I'm gonna talk to these people a little bit about the album. This album, when you little history. Well, when I bought this album at this time, salió this one, Jay Perez, and the Stevie D, and I was in San Antonio, and I said, man, and I bought all 3 of them at the same time. I said, man, I said, you know what? I said, let me check it out. And they had the jams going on right there at Janie's record shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, let me hear it. And I was like, damn, skip. I said, damn good. I said, let me have it. I only went up to 5 songs, and I bought it, man. And I had it jamming in the ride all the way back to Houston. I said, damn, I go, man, now I said, and since I had all 3 of them, they're pretty much around I got them at the same time, but they did come out that same year. And I said, I got to do like just a little preview of it. You know what I mean? Because it's just too damn good.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
No, man, no problem. And I was going to tell you, how long did it take to do this album?
That album took about a year. And it was a year of going back and forth because I think at that time I was living in Lubbock. And just going back and forth with Gilbert, I did, like I said, we did the 4 songs originally because you wanted to do a follow-up for the original Vas a Llorar. And so we did 4 songs, and then I think he had something up his sleeve because during that time, they released the Hasta Mañana without me even knowing, and it was released under B&B. So I think it was kind of like a flagship song to see how it would do. And when they got all the great response for it, that's whenever Gilbert said, hey, Jorge wants to talk to you. So that we're finishing up those 4 songs. He had said, hey, I need 6 more. I was like, 6 more? Why? I thought we were just doing 4. He said,
Yeah.
just give me 6 more. I need 6 more songs. Okay, and he had something, up in the oven. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I
Hey,
think
and
about a year. I think about a year.
about a year. And y esta música, like as far as you wrote some of these songs, like
I wrote one of them. We redid the Vas a Llorar,
oh,
and then
okay.
and then
Alright.
a good friend of mine, Danny Rodriguez, which he's my keyboard player now and my songwriter for the new CD. He
Really?
wrote
Wow.
Sin Ti, and then I had some other great songwriters throughout the years. A lot of the three of the songs are songs that I did with my dad's band La Herencia back
Okay.
back in the day, and it originally started off the 4 songs that I originally wanted to go record were kind of like a tribute to my dad and all the musicians that I admired and learned from all through these years, and I didn't know it was gonna go as far as it did.
Yeah.
And then that's why hence the name Así me enseñaron, from the name of the
Yeah,
city.
I got it. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's a blessing, brother. So you play the guitar, right?
Oh, the bass.
The bass. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. You have always been since back then. You said you were 12 years old, right? When you
Yes, sir.
started. Did
Yes,
you
sir.
always use you always vocals all the time or no?
No, that was I was always a bass player. Well, it started off
Always.
with a metal guitar player, right? And then with my dad's band, I played the
Uh-huh.
bass. And I never thought about singing at all. And then
Never.
whenever my dad had the Algo Simple, we
Yeah.
had a female singer and a male singer, which was me. But I didn't really think of myself as a singer. I'm more of a bassist. Yes, and then whenever, like I said, I started playing with Ernestine Romero. And then, she was like, man, Dave, I need you to sing more. I really like your style of singing. And so I would do a lot of harmonies with her. And then she'd have me doing a lot of we did, cover tunes, but the male version of the cover tunes. Yes.
Órale.
So then, and then lo and behold, that's when Gilbert's like, hey, man, your single, the Vas a Llorar, the one you sang, it's hitting. We got to follow up with it. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm a singer now.
Hey, but I mean, that's kind of weird that you think that. I mean, because your voice is good, man. It sounds
Hey,
awesome.
I
I mean,
appreciate that.
I would
Thank you.
imagine that you just always been singing like forever. Because I know on the
Thank you.
Algo Simple now, because I don't know. I mean, I have the album, but honestly, I don't know the history on it.
Mhm.
So you didn't sing on that album, right?
Yes, I did. I did
Yes,
4.
you did.
No. How many songs did it? Dad, how many songs did it sing on the album? Which are you talking about, the very first one or the one with
The one
Hacienda?
that ¿cómo se de cumbia de medias rotas, algo así.
Piernas elegantes.
Piernas, algo así, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Algo así, something like that, right? Okay, did you sing on that?
I sang on that one. Yeah, it was me, my
Yeah, I
dad.
kind of had a feeling.
It was
Hey,
me, my dad.
that's a badass cumbia right there too.
Thank you, brother. And of all
Yeah.
people, it was me, my dad, and J.R. Gomez. The accordion player.
Yeah,
J.R.
Jerry Gomez, yeah.
He used to be in our band back then too. And so we had
Oh.
J.R. Gomez and we had Chris Calderon or Chris Jimenez. Both of them, they were in Algo Simple when they were kids. They were like 12 and 13 years old. They ended up going with Jay Perez, and then they branched out from there, man. They became, they were phenomenal whenever they were with us, but then they grew. They just blossomed, man, to where they are now. So,
Cool.
it's been, Algo Simple had some really heavy hitters, man,
Oh, yeah, they're good. Yeah, because I have it. Nomás que, like I said, I've had it a long time ago, you know, so I have so much music. I do jam. And actually, I got some of those songs. I'll forward you I made a mix with some of your songs.
Man.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some Algo Simple in there. Yeah, definitely.
Sweet, man.
Yeah, cool.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
well, let's go ahead and let the raza know about, you got 2 jams, 2 singles, right, that you
Yes,
pulled
sir.
out, right? Okay, so tell me a little bit about that. When did those come out?
Okay, so during the COVID period, that's when I stepped away from BMB Music Group, or they changed. I think they changed the name to M Group, and they were phenomenal to be with, but they were going in a different direction than I wanted to go. So we just decided let's just we'll part our ways here. So I stayed with Gilbert Velasquez as my producer. M Group wanted me to go with a different producer, but I thought, man, Gilbert got me my Grammy nomination with my first CD. I want to stick with Gilbert. And so, which Jorge and the clan, they're phenomenal people, man. I was blessed to work with them the time I did. So me and Gilbert started working on the second CD, and we decided, since nobody was playing in COVID, let's take this time and really pick the songs that he thought would fit me best. So Danny, my keyboard player, he contributed 3 songs, and which are phenomenal. Which one of them is "Amor a Primera Vista," this single,
Of
and
course, yeah.
and we just really, I went back. This was constantly driving back and forth to the studio, working on songs, working on keys, working on arrangements, and then my son and I wrote a country song for the CD.
Exactly.
So we got
That's
that
that's
on
the
the,
single that's out right now, right?
yeah, it'll be out here in January, I'm hoping.
In January. Oh, the one we're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the country song, and that one we plan on actually distributing it mainstream. So we want to hit, of course, the Texas country song radio stations, but the mainstream country stations. So we're really hoping, this it's a great song, man. I got to brag on my son. He's the one who came up with the concept. He came up with the idea of the song, with the title of the song, and we went with it, man. And and then we did a cover of a Sawyer Brown song. And then on this one also we have a reggaetonish cumbia. It's a Juanes song that we redid. And that one
made it
has,
your style.
yes sir, exactly. And that one has Rebecca Valadez doing the vocals on it.
Ooh, yeah, that's an awesome voice right there.
Absolutely, a phenomenal voice.
Yes.
And then we have a cumbia that the songwriter of Empiezo a Olvidarte from the first CD, René Treviso. I used to play with Oxígeno way back in the day. And
you for real?
yeah, I wasn't the original bassist, but whenever Alfredo left, I came in and took over his spot. So
that's awesome, man. That's
I played
cool.
with him for about 3 years. I played with Oxígeno, and so he wrote Empiezo a Olvidarte, and he wrote another song for me on this new CD, which features Shelly Lares. So I have a duet with Shelly Lares on that song.
Damn.
Yeah, and then we have another song that I have a duet with Chente Marrera. So I mean, this CD is it's packed, man.
Man.
Gilbert really went out of his way to say, you know what, this song we need to have Shelly. I was like, holy moly, okay, great. And then he goes, this song we're gonna have Chente, and this one we're gonna have Rebecca. And I was like, wow, so. Well,
that's gonna be so awesome, brother.
Yeah, Gilbert really went out of his way. So I think we're hoping that this CD, really puts it, on the map. So I'm hoping, I'm really hoping.
And so let the raza know, when do you think maybe más o menos this album will be coming out?
It will be coming out in the middle of February. That's what I just got through talking to Michelle from Hacienda. She said, yes, let the people know mid-February it will be out.
Man, you should do a release date on the day Fanfare starts.
Oh, that's a good thing, man.
That's right there. It'll be just right there.
You're
Release.
right, man. You're
CD
right.
release.
The big old CD release party at the Fanfare.
Yeah, exactly. And then do you know as of right now, because I know it's a little early, but do you know if you'll be playing or gonna want to be playing at Fanfare this year?
I'm hoping we submitted already. As soon as that the request came out, we submitted. I mean, we're right there. So I'm hoping that if Bino, if you're watching, man, we definitely want to play the Fanfare. And then I know for sure we're going to be doing the VFW one. I forgot the title of it, but it's DJ Smoke holds it. He holds it every year there at the VFW. So we're playing that one for sure. And any other parties or any other events that's going around Fanfare, we hope to be, sticking our nose in there and playing some music.
Yeah, so. You got to represent, man.
Exactly.
Exactly. Let me rewind back on this. Now, this right here, do you have these? Like, can someone contact you if they want one? Like, can they contact you?
Absolutely, man. Just contact me and I'll send you one. And or I think M Group is still selling them, I think. And okay. I know Janie's had on. She went out and bought a whole stack of them because the ones that she bought, she sold out from. So she bought a whole bunch to sell at her shop. And I know that Del Bravo in Houston, in San Antonio has it too because I saw it there. So yeah, you can get it there. Right, just contact me and I'll send it to you. So
okay, awesome. Yeah, just to let the raza know, because a lot of people, like me, I really appreciate the physical stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like this.
Exactly.
So and I'll live like I said, I have I have stacks and I just like to go through it. Every once in a while. So awesome. It's cool to have this. To me, it's cool. So a lot of people are still wanting the physical CD. So letting the raza know.
Yes,
Este,
sir.
y otra cosa, now as far as music, I would say like, who was your like way back then? Who would you say that was like? I know you're playing like the Royal Jesters and so on, but who would you say like, damn man, that really inspired me, like this vato, like this artist, or yeah, it could be a
Ooh,
woman or a woman or artist.
wow. There is so many. Of course,
I know it's
always,
so many, but sometimes you hear that one is like, man, that jams right there. Yeah.
what's wild is, you know, I always give all the credit to my parents, because
Okay.
they're the ones who brought me into the music.
All right.
Mom told Dad, don't force the boys to play, but it was, we go to the dances. Like I said, my dad played with my uncle Junior Perales, but he also played with Johnny Hernandez, Sonny Osuna, El Charro
Oh,
Negro. And so, that's, we, from watching him play, it was like, man, that's cool. I want to do that. And
yeah.
then my dad would always mom and dad always set us down the TV every time the Grammys were on, or like even Lawrence Welk, any musical thing that was on, they had us watching it. And
Okay.
so we learned to respect the music, man. And I always thought, God, I'd love to do that one of these days, man. I want one of those little mega
He goes,
horn
I want
awards.
one so bad.
I want one of those things, man. And so, yeah, the people I admire the most are mom and dad, musically. And now my son, God, that little kid has all this knowledge in his head going through it. He draws it, he plays it, he sings it. And I get a lot of inspiration off of him, man. So
Wow.
I get, so those three are part of my biggest inspirations. And
Really?
as far as like mainstream and commercial, Victor Wooten on the bass is probably him, and Nathan West, as far as bass playing. Pete Garza from the late great Pete Garza from the Latin Breed, man. He was a
Uh-huh.
phenomenal bass player, man.
That,
Vocally, Jimmy Edwards and Jay Pettis, man. Top.
right.
They're my
Right,
heroes,
right.
man.
Yeah, that's why they call him the voice, right?
Them, and here recently I've been checking out Joe Posada when we go to San Antonio. God
Yeah.
almighty, that guy can sing too, man. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think he's given enough credit vocally. I mean, his sax playing is just out of this world, man. But
Oh yeah.
vocally, God, he's a beast, man. Him and David Mattis together, woo!
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
beat that.
And then and they're like album. That's what I say when I came across your album, it's like they're the same way, man. When they pull out an album, man, it's just hit after hit, like you know what I mean,
Right.
like and that's what I'm saying. You up there with them battles, man.
Oh, man, thank you for saying that, man.
Seriously,
I don't
man.
deserve
No,
that, but thank you.
no, hell yeah, man. Come on, man.
Thank you.
Shit.
Thank
Yes,
you.
hey, and people that know you, like, you got any friends that when they used to rock out, they're like, "What happened, bro? You ain't."
Oh yeah. Every time I go to Hereford, man, I run into my old schoolmates. Dude, you cut your hair. What? Now you're playing Tejano, bro. What happened?
Hey,
Yeah.
do you still throw some jams? Like if well, I haven't seen one of your shows.
Yeah.
I haven't got to yet. But do you throw any rock in there, like maybe one song or no? You haven't
Yeah,
done that.
we do everything. If somebody asks for something, we'll throw it in. Even if we don't know it, I think we'll just play it, man. We have a lot of fun. God, the guys in the band are phenomenal. Matter of fact, we're doing a sound check last weekend, the previous weekend, we're doing a sound check, and the keyboard player Danny, he says, "Hey guys, check this song out," and he starts playing these changes, man. And then Jesse, the guitar player, is like, he plugged up and just started wailing, man. And so then I put the bass on and the drummer, and we just started going at it. And then we realized the changes were the same as Desvelado from Bobby Pulido. And
Oh,
that's
okay,
the song
okay.
that we cover. So we're like, we just nodded each other's head, and then Danny came in right away. Ba-da-da, ba-da, and it fit. And it started off like this slow metal jam, and it just
Yeah,
blended into that conga, and it fit perfect, man. So that's whatever we get inspired with, we'll hit it. But yeah,
that's
we
cool.
do some rock music, we do some funk, we do a little bit of Brick House and Bruno Mars and stuff like that.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yes.
Right now, as far as to let the raza know that's watching right now, do you have any upcoming shows so that they could know? Do you know of any upcoming shows that you're doing right now that the raza could know? Maybe they could check it out.
Absolutely. For the next 3 weeks, we're doing actually private corporate parties, Christmas parties. So
Okay.
those aren't open to the public. But the New Year's, we're going to be in Hereford. We're going to be in my hometown in Hereford, Texas, at the VFW. So we're
Okay.
we're pushing that right now. And then
Okay.
from there on, we do have a lot of private events,
Oh, there's
but
a private. Okay.
I'm trying to get out to the Houston area. I really want the band to get out to the Houston area and play somewhere in Houston and San Antonio, and we want to get to that market. We play a lot up in the West Texas area,
Okay.
but we're really trying to reach out to some booking agents. Anybody that would book us. We're ready.
Okay.
We're ready to go. We are ready.
Well, maybe I could help you out with that. A little bit after we'll talk about it. In these days coming up and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, man. Okay,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Heck yeah.
We could do something. We'll figure out something. There's a lot of little Tejano spots around here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot of ice houses. A lot of places don't have that, like Houston. Like I've gone to San Antonio, the Valley, and they don't have like ice houses. Not very popular out there.
Yeah.
And they have right here. They're everywhere, and they're like Tejano like bars. Tejano ice houses.
Yeah.
And they got they're small little deals, but they have the bands go there and play. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's what, like in Amarillo, they have all these little ice houses in Lubbock, Amarillo, and Lubbock have these little places. Some of them are open.
Yeah, they're open. Yeah, they're wide open. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool, man.
I love it, man. When I put other players like San Antonio, like I would imagine you see them, but there isn't any. There really isn't.
I think the only place is Jamie's,
or
Jaime's.
like an ice house.
Jaime's. It's not an ice house, but it's like an open. It's a restaurant, and then it's kind of open area, and then there's the bar. So it's kind of that's the closest thing that there is in San, and it's a great place, man. That's one.
Really?
I'm really wanting to play it también.
Awesome, Neil. Well, I need to check it out. I'll get that info from you más al rato and stuff like
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
Pero pues bueno, like I said, this album, it is available on the platforms.
It's available on all digital platforms.
Okay.
And if you want a hard copy, find me on Facebook and send me a message, and I'll make sure that you get a hard copy. Absolutely, anybody who wants one.
Cool. So there you go, Raza. It's available on every major platform.
Yes, sir.
I personally use Tidal. A lot of people have Spotify, Apple Music, and so on.
Yes, sir.
Like
There's a lot of people that are I'm missing a lot of little messages because it's just.
I know. If you can go through it, go ahead and because I see as I'm talking, I'm like, there's so many people throwing hearts out there and saludos.
Yeah, let's see, and it's only like one name's coming up at a time, so I'm just gonna say hello to let's see Lupe Lescano from Ohio is out there. She's a good fan. Jennifer Roybal, New Mexico is watching, and Rick is watching. Let's see, Patricia from Fort Worth. All right, from Fort Worth. Vinny is watching. Vinny Trevino, TikTok. Mero Monte is watching. Let's see.
Mero Monte. Oh yeah, TDK.
yes, sir. Israel, a good friend of ours back home, and my primo DJ 69 Orlando from Santa. I want to say Santa Fe. San Angelo, my home area, San Angelo. My prima, Julie's watching. Love you, Julie. Love you too. Erica Renee's watching. All right. Carlos, what's going on, Carlos? Aldaco from up north, from the Midwest. All-star.
Oh, yeah, from the Midwest.
They're a great band,
Alejandra.
Great band. Prima Mercy's watching. Very, very proud of you, David Lee. Thank you, Prima. Vert Ivada's watching. There's a lot of people. Todd Murray from Hereford, Texas. Willie Youngblood. Golly, a lot of Arnold. What's going on, Arnold? So a lot of people. Saludos a todos. Everybody's watching, and everyone's watching from throughout the United States and Mexico. Everybody wants to say hello to everybody también.
Hell yeah. I got my buddy for there, a good friend of mine, Jose Bustos. Man, we're always jamming out. It's all kinds of music, all your music. Jose Bustos, shout out. Alejandra Ario and everybody,
Yes, everybody.
So Canal, it was super awesome talking to you. And like I said, I like to help out my Tejano, especially Raza that comes up with like good stuff like this, good music. I mean, it's well deserved, man. I know you got your Grammy nominee, right?
Thank you.
And well deserved. Well deserved, carnal. So
thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Do you want to give any shout outs to anybody? Like I said, like as far as I don't know,
Absolutely, to Ascenda Records, to Gilbert Velasquez, my producer. Congratulations, Gilbert. If you're watching this, he got the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Tejano Music Awards. So it well deserved, man. And that's again to my band, my brother Jerry and Jesse and Danny, and thank y'all so much for putting up with me and sticking it out with me. I appreciate that. and my partner in crime, Delma, who's watching in Lubbock. My son, David Rain, my other partner in crime. That's I love you, son. And all the fans and all you DJs, man. You know, especially the internet DJs. Y'all guys are able to take Tejano from being local to being global. And, you know,
worldwide.
I appreciate that a lot, man. You know, I've been getting hits from all over. I mean, from Japan, from Germany, you know, from everywhere. So thank you so much for, you know, taking Tejano music to the next level. You know,
That's awesome.
and
Hey,
you know,
anything to keep this music going. I mean, I do it también, you know, to keep it alive, and keep it going también, because like I said, like the kids, my kids, you know, when they get older, hey, you know, they're gonna have to keep that going as well, you know, jam it out, you know, and keep it alive. You know, that's how you keep the music alive, you know.
Absolutely, and
introduce it to your kids, you know, to amigos, the young crowd, you know, whoever, you know, keep it going, you know.
A big shout out to you know, of course, you know, all the fans, the promoters, you know, we're ready to start booking everywhere. And, you know, terrestrial DJs, you know, who are joining into, you know, combining with the internet, the terrestrial and the internet DJs, both of you guys, man, thank you so much. And my dad is sitting there right next to me. He's always my biggest fan over here.
Qué bueno, qué bueno. Un saludote for your dad también.
You hear that, Pops? He says saludos. So,
saludos. Y un saludo también para Chu telling me, hey, man, what's up, my primo, Mercy Perez.
Yes, Mercy. Mercy. She's a wonderful prima. She does a lot for me and for La Raza too. So
yeah, exactly.
Thank you,
Mercy Perez, and my buena amiga, no, from también está Hilda Peña.
Yes, Hilda. Yes,
Hilda, yeah, she's super awesome. Super awesome.
Yes,
well,
she is.
Carnal. Hey, brother, it was super awesome having you right here on this little Tejano show that I got going on right here.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
It was super awesome talking to you. Y como te digo, like, you know, the people that didn't catch it, well, y'all catch it the next day. También I upload an edited version to
awesome.
YouTube. You know, and I you know, and put a little bit of your music and let them know, you know, where you can purchase the music and, you know, and stream it and so on. You know what I mean?
Awesome. So, and anybody, y'all guys just want to send a hello, message me on Messenger. I got a YouTube channel, también, David Lee Rodriguez Music. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and all that. My son, he's the one who does all that stuff. Yo soy viejito, man. I don't know any of that stuff.
No, man, you look young, bro.
Oh, thank you.
No, está bien, carnal. Well, it was awesome having you, carnal. Y we'll be talking soon, and I'll see what we can do también aquí in Houston, like in the future.
We're ready. We are ready.
And like I said, muchas gracias for all this, and awesome music, carnal. Super awesome.
You, brother. And as soon as we get the new CD out, I'll make sure that you have it también.
Órale, carnal. Hey, do me a favor. If you have, do you have any posters?
I do have posters. I'll send you some.
Send me one poster. I have all this collection from all the people that I interview, or you know, I try to get them, and I got my wall right here.
You got it, brother. I will send you a poster, man. You got it.
I appreciate it, carnal. Hey, well, you have a good one, and thank you for everything, and keep rocking, brother.
Thank you, brother. God bless you, and thank you again for inviting me on the show. Thank you.
Órale. Peace.
You got it. God bless.
All right, Raza.